when I was growing up, we lived on not a main road in town, but it was like in town, like a block away from pretty much anything. And we used to walk to church, walk to the store. I mean, we walked to all these places. And a lot of people did, or rode bikes or various things. But one of the things that I remember from being a kid was there was these railroad tracks that went through town. And they've since torn them out. I mean, years and years ago. But there was a set of railroad tracks that went through town. And one day we were walking to the store, and this guy on a dirt bike comes roaring across the railroad tracks. Just like doing a jump in one of the ditches and then ripping across the tracks and then disappearing on the other side. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Mind you, I was a little kid. Like, I wasn't even in, like, 2nd grade yet, I don't think. And I thought that was so cool. I wanted to be just like that. I wanted to have a dirt bike when I got older, and I wanted to, ride around town. He wasn't being malicious or defiant, or, he wasn't trying to, he was just having fun. It wasn't dangerous per se. As a kid, I definitely didn't think so. I just thought it was cool. But now, as a person, I still think it's cool. But as a dad and as an adult, I can see how it was a little more, or a little less than safe, or responsible, or respectful to the community. But we have some kids in our neighborhood now that like to ride their bikes up and down the street, which I think is great. They're outside, they're interacting, they're doing something that's healthy for them. It's awesome. But recently, one of them has been riding a dirt bike more than his regular bike. And it's up and down our neighborhood road. And the first time we saw him do it, he was on the sidewalk with his buddy on the back. I think one or both of them was wearing flip-flop sandals, and it just wasn't safe, and he was going really fast, like faster than necessary for the road, let alone the sidewalk. And that kind of got me. As just a person, I don't care how old or young you are. Well, for them, obviously, their age dictated what they were going to do. But as their parents, you should have made it clear that that's not acceptable. Because it's just not safe for them or for anybody else. And I've talked on child safety. You know my views on child safety. And then yesterday, he was riding up and down the road. And I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? He's not 16 yet. Doesn't look 16. Doesn't act 16. There's no way he's old enough to be driving a motorized vehicle on the road. Like, obviously our town is still relatively small. People like drive golf carts around for various things. We have mopeds and scooters and stuff. But a dirt bike is essentially a motorcycle. And for a teenager, 14, 15 years old, to be driving down the street, whether there's anybody there or not, is illegal. There's no license plate on it, so it's not roadworthy. He doesn't have a driver's license, and he had no helmet, no proper shoes, anything like that. So that kind of got to me a little bit. I told Mary Jane, I said, we could call the cops on him. And she brought up a good point. She said, it only bothers me because we have Ellie. And I agreed with that, because the only reason I'm bothered by it is because I am thinking of the potential safety of my child. If I had no child, if I was younger, then I probably wouldn't care that much. But the point of it is, any kid could be playing in their driveway, a ball rolls out into the road, this kid comes zooming by on his dirt bike, and bam, splat, we got an accident. So that's what bothers me. But it also is for his safety. So I don't know exactly which house he lives in. I know there's like a few of them down the road that they congregate around, but I don't know who belongs to who. And I know he feels really cool. He really enjoys having this toy that he can ride around and play with, but it's also a weapon. I mean, yes, dirt bikes are fun, but they're also extremely dangerous, especially on a paved city street. That's not what they're meant to be ridden on. That's not what their tires are designed for. That's not what their engines are designed for. So it's just dangerous. So I would hope that his parents, maybe they're not home at the time of day that he's doing this, and maybe that's why he can get away with it, but I would hope that his parents would set clear boundaries for him, if they're any kind of parents at all, and stick to those, like I talked about yesterday, with rewards and incentives and rules. Set the expectation, and then stick to the expectation on both ends. Expect the child to do what they're told, and if they do, the adult needs to follow through on what they said. So that's kind of where we are this morning, as far as kind of a follow-up to yesterday and some things that we've seen in the neighborhood lately. So enjoy the day. It's a little cloudy, a little overcast. I think thunderstorms are forecast for later today. So see you later.